Hey polish fans, welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer, and today I'm excited to share with you my haul from the Zoya sale late last year, which would be 2019. They had one of their 70% off sales, so that's usually when I will go in and get some of the polishes that I've been thinking about, maybe some of the newer releases that I've seen swatches of, or to get some of the beautiful creams that they have that I seem to be missing from my collection. So let's dive right into the polishes that I got on that sale. So the first one that I got is Oswin. This is one of their pixie dust formulas. And this just seemed like a really fun red. Bright reds are one of those colors that I don't really have a lot of in my collection. So I thought this might be a fun one to add. Since it is in that pixie dust formula, it will be drying to a pixelated texture, but it's got all of these different shapes of red glitters in sort of a squishy red base. So I think this is going to look really fun on the nail. And again, that one was Oswin. The next one that I got is this nice neutrally shade here. This one is called Tessa. And this one is coming off a little bit more skin toned than it is in person. In person, it's a bit more on the peachy side, but you can see it's got this shimmer in it that's sort of shifting between gold and pink. And I'm not quite sure how strongly this is going to come across on the nail, but I thought it was a nice nude shade. And colors like this too are good to add as sort of an undie under some of your sheer colors. So if you've got a polish that you're trying to save the formula on, or you want to make it last longer, instead of layering that color up on your nails in 3 or sometimes more coats, you can put a color on like this underneath it, and that way your nail line won't show as strongly. So this one might be a good one for that. Not quite sure exactly yet how that shimmer is going to affect that possibility, but seems to be a nice neutral color. And again, that one was Tessa. Up next is one of my autumn shades, and this one is autumn. There you go. So that fits in perfectly. As you may already know, I am already stocking my nail polish racks for fall. I just couldn't get enough of it last year, and I'm all ready for it to be fall again. And this one is gonna fit right in. It is this beautiful burnished polish, and the base seems to shift between this deep burgundy and this lovely burnt orange, and it's got a little bit of gold flecks in there. Beautiful polish, and just perfect for fall or autumn. Look at that. And this one seems like it's going to look very rich on the nail as well, so I'm excited to play around with that. And again, this one was autumn. Up next is this one called Marina, and this is a very nice kind of charcoaly slate blue color, and it's got some shimmer in there. And I essentially got this one for the color. I love a gray nail polish, I love a blue nail polish, so this one was sort of this interesting mashup between the two, and that shimmer is going to add a little bit of depth to that color. So I thought this one was a good gray polish to add to my collection. And again, that one was Marina. And if this is the one that I'm thinking of, I've seen swatches of it before, and it looks really neat on the nail. Up next is this minty color called Wednesday. And this is a beautiful shade of this mint green. One that's really good for spring. It's got a little bit of a grayed out tone to it compared to a brighter mint. And on camera, I don't feel that that gray is coming out as noticeable as it is in person. But it's a lovely shade. And again, that one is Wednesday. Up next is Nimue. And this is this very neat grayed out purple polish with a little bit of shimmer in it. And I love shades like this. I love a purple polish, but I really love shades like this as well that are sort of this grayed out tone. A lot of the purple polishes that you'll see in my collection are this sort of family of purples. So I was excited to see how this would compare to some of the other ones in my purple polished collection. And again, this one was Nimue. Up next is another neutral shade. This one is Pandora. And this one, I believe, is more of a... Nope, I was wrong. It's not a straight cream. So it's a cream polish that has a little bit of shimmer in there. And this shimmer seems to be sort of on the silver side of things. And again, with that sort of shimmer, I'm not too sure how well that's going to show up on the nail. But again, I thought this was a very nice neutral shade. And again, that one was Pandora. And next up, we've got this one called Evie. This is another pick for fall. Love this sort of shade. Again, it's this grayed out tone, this time in green. And this one just looked like such a beautiful shade of green. Had to add it to my cart and to my fall polish picks. So I'm excited to wear that one. And again, that one was Evie. Up next is one of the sheer polishes. This one is Muse. So this is in this really pretty blue jelly base, and it's loaded with these iridescent glitters and some shifting shimmer. This one looked like a really fun polish to wear as a topper. And I'm always a sucker for those iridescent glitters. Fun polish. And again, that one was Muse. And another one of the sheer toppers is this one called Aleya. And this is this beautiful white iridescent shimmer that is going to look really fun over a number of polishes. Actually, layering this over a polish color like this would probably look very nice. You can see all of that shifting color. Got green and pink and purple. Very fun. And again, that one was Leia. Up next is this one called Pepper. This was another one that I picked out for my fall polishes to add to my collection. This is this beautiful tone of this sort of not quite grayed out, but it's a beautiful fall burgundy color. Very nice color. Sort of on the brighter side of the burgundy families, but it's still a nice vampy sort of shade, and I think this one will look beautiful in the fall. And again, that one was Pepper. And up next is this one called Beth. This is a nice mushroom taupey shade that's got some shifting shimmer in it, in that sort of gold tone. Seems to shift a little bit towards the bronze side of things as well. And I also love shades like this for a neutral. This is so classy on the nails. Love this sort of shade. And I find on my skin tone, this sort of color leans a little bit purple, which I'm totally okay with. So I was excited to add this to my collection. And that one is Beth. Up next is Fern. And this is a lovely shade of grayed out green, so you know I love that. This one also has a little bit of gold shimmer in there. And this one, if the swatches that I saw I'm remembering correctly, I think the shimmer might actually show up a little bit on the nail. But again, I love this sort of grayed out color. So I was happy to add this to my collection. And I think on camera it's showing up a little bit more blue, but it's definitely a soft grayed out sage. And again, that one was called Fern. And up next is Charla. And this one I added because I kept seeing swatches of this on YouTube. And I forget who it was that I was watching that had this on her must-haves for Zoya. Said she had like a backup and probably a backup of her backup, if I remember correctly. So I had to get this one. It's this beautiful mermaid shade of blue, and it has these shimmers in it and little gold flakes in it. Beautiful color. So I was happy to finally add this to my collection because I had been missing this one. And again, that one was Charla. Or maybe it's Charla. Anyways. Up next is another one of my favorite picks here in this haul. This one is Devin. This is another one of those sort of grayed out purpley tones. This one might lean a little bit more towards periwinkle, and I love this one. In the bottle, this looks so gorgeous. It has, again, the little bit of gold flakes in it and some shifting shimmer. But it just looks so beautiful in the bottle. I think this one will look really fun on the nail. Beautiful color. And again, that one was Devin. And up next is a very rich purple. This one is called Belinda. This is this deep, shifting purple that's got a shimmer in it. Looks like a very rich color. Royal purple. And the shimmer in it is also purple, so you've got purple on purple. Beautiful rich color there. And again, that one was Belinda. Up next is another one for fall. This one is called Tawny. This one is a little bit more towards the coppery side of things. You've got some red, orange, copper, gold. This just seems like fall in a bottle. You can see a little bit of that pinkish shimmer right there. Very cool color. I think this one will look really neat on the nail. And again, that one was Tawny. Up next is a favorite pick for the purples. This one is Vesper. This is another grayed out tone of purple. Had to get this one. Swatches of this were just what I was looking for this type of color. Love this. And again, that one was Vesper. And last in this haul from Zoya's 70% off sale is this one called Darby. And this is this neat shade of gray, and it has this blue shimmer in it. Look at that. So I thought this was really neat. I wanted to see it in person and play around with this in my manicures. And as you can see, the gray is sort of ever so slightly green leaning, which I thought was really neat. And look at that shimmer. So I'm excited to see if that's actually going to show up on the nail. But as often is the case, even if it doesn't show up as strongly as it does in the bottle, what I find with that sort of component in a nail polish is it will often at least add some depth to the polish. So I'm excited to use that one. And again, that one was Darby. So there you have it. That's my haul from the Zoya 70% off sale. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any favorites from Zoya in your collection, or if they have any releases coming up that you're excited about. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in that next video.